Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey. The Telford Tigers tonight take on the Sheffield Steeldogs. A little bit earlier on, I caught up with defenceman Joe Graham. So, how are you finding your time at Telford?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good squad to be a part of, a good team, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good.
It was quite a tough start for the team, but things seem to be settling down now. The results are going your way.
Yeah, it was very tough. I had a few struggles of my own, but yeah, it's been a tough start, but now we're picking up and it's full steam ahead.
And Sheffield have had a couple of good results recently, so tonight's game's not going to be the easiest.
Yeah, every time you face any team in this league, it's tough, so just got to do what we've been doing and play hard.
Lovely. Have a good game.
Cheers.
So, Sheffield Steeldogs on good form recently. They had a great result against Guildford the other week, and last night, in the dying seconds, won the game.
They pulled off a good win last night. Yeah, I think it was about 8 seconds left when they got an equaliser. It was a penalty. I've only seen the statistics. I wasn't at the game. But yeah, they got a penalty shot with 8 seconds to go and clinch the victory. And
things have been going well for the Tigers in the last sort of 3 games or so. We started to see the results that Tom's been looking for.
That's right. You know, the Tigers seem to have found their pattern now, and as you say, the results are coming. I spoke to Tom earlier, asked him about, with not having a game on the Saturday night, how that would affect the team.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, it's good in one respect because they get a rest going into tonight, but you do lose a bit of momentum when you don't have a 2-game weekend.
Yeah.
So on the basis of that, tonight will be very interesting.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's first period action. The referee Matthews puts his arm in the air, drops the puck, and it's Telford that come out with it, but the Sheffield import comes through and tries to steal the puck as it goes through the middle, but it's Silverthorne that throws it deep into the end zone as Telford chase the puck behind the net.
Danny Rose with a shot from the point.
And it walks in. Rebound comes down. Rose again bounces and Miller's on the back post. Miller turns and fires it in front. But Brea bounces over his stick. Joe Graham to Joe Miller. So Joe Graham shot from the point. The netminder Sedler made the save. It came off his stick out to the right-hand side where Joe Miller was waiting and popped it in the empty net for the first goal of the night on 4 minutes and 1 second. Horn driving down the right side. Good player. Delays, stops, gives it Haywood, walks in, makes a simple shot, block a save from Thomas Murdy, puts the puck in the corner. Davis gives it to Brea, puts it in, and it's a delayed penalty goal. There was a delayed penalty on there. Max Brea picks up the puck. Great pass and layoff, I think, from Joe Miller, and Brea walks in and puts it through the 5-hole of Sedler. Now, the referee had a delayed penalty up there, so it's a delayed penalty goal for the Telford Tigers on 14 minutes and 28 seconds, making it 2-0. Max Brea, the second scorer. Calvert hits the blue line, puts it off to Wood, tries to get it back, but as you say, Dan Scott held him up well. Novak picks up the puck, headmans it to Zabo, back to Hill in the high slot, walks in, shoots, and it goes in the top left-hand corner. That was a great finish from Phil Hill. He bought his time and he put it straight in the top left-hand corner. The puck careers out, having got in the top corner. Sheffield are doubting whether it went in the net, but I'm fairly sure you look at that on a replay and it was straight in the top left-hand corner.
Well, I was looking above my glasses and I could see that went in. Now, we've got to keep this momentum.
Silverthorne and White and Salem. Salem walks it in, deflects off the glass. Salem screening the netminder. White in the high slot, circling around. Silverthorne walks it in and beats the goalie past the right-hand side. It was Silverthorne with the puck, skates over the corner and buries it in the right side past Sedler, who is now looking really annoyed. Yeah, but Brea's, and he gets the puck.
He's over the blue line.
He's on the blue line, back to Miller. Miller walks in the centre, shoots, and it just goes over the top of the crossbar. You saw Sedler's catching mitt come up in the air, but the puck was clearly over the top. Brea walks in, spins, turns, shoots. Rebound comes down, caught by Davis, back to Brea.
There's nobody picking anybody
up. And at the end of the first period, it's the Telford Tigers 4, Sheffield Steeldogs 0. So that first period, Telford definitely owned it, getting the first goal on just 4 minutes, and it just was a positive step forward for Telford right from the get-go.
They've played like the Telford we know of old there. They've dominated the game, and you know, during the commentary in the first period, I was trying to find something positive to say about Sheffield, and you know, from a neutral point of view. and I couldn't think of anything. They must be getting a roasting in that dressing room now.
Absolutely. The last 5 minutes clocked up another 3 goals, and Sheffield never seemed to be able to string passes out. They got a couple of attempts on goal, but it's pretty much a guy picking the puck up, skating down the ice and getting a shot away, rather than stringing passes together. And you're not going to win a game doing that.
You're not going to, and you know, we mentioned Sedler keeps killing the play to allow these guys to set themselves up again and start from scratch, if you like, but it's too late now. I think to come back from this deficit 4-0 down is going to be a big ask.
Well, certainly what we've seen so far, the two teams are classes apart. Let's see whether that continues as we take a look at period 2. So, eyes down and look in for the second period. Rinkside with red hockey. Telford Tigers taking on the Sheffield Steeldogs. 4-0 the score from the first period. And the puck drops, and Bossas comes screaming through the back well before the puck dropped. But Telford won it and played the vantage. So it carries on. Squires now pushes down into the end zone. And suddenly it's in Telford's defensive end zone. Passed out to Salem. He's head man.
Gone all the way back down into the Sheffield end.
Bossas is first back. He's behind the net, and Zarbo's putting him under pressure, holding him up, and he literally palms
Zarbo
out the way.
Last second on the net. What a beautiful
finds
goal.
the top left-hand corner over the top of the shoulder of Thomas Murdy, and it was Lissette with a textbook finish, not that different to Hills, that we were talking about in the third goal for Telford, to put Sheffield on their first goal of the night on 21 minutes and 21 seconds. Over to Zajac. Cross to the back post, comes through Silverthorne to the back post to Hill, and it gives it to Silverthorne. Hill had an empty net and still gave it to Silverthorne. Let's get some shots away, eh?
Come on. That was an empty net.
Yeah, we know you can pass.
And now Sheffield have a break.
Bossas. Zajac pulls him down, and the penalty's called against.
A penalty shot, is it?
Yes, it is.
Penalty shot.
A penalty shot against the Telford Tigers. Zajac skates back, pulls in front of him, pulls him down. He's unable to get the shot away, and the referee awards a penalty shot. Steps up to the red line, skates in, shoots and scores.
Cleverly taken. He deked one way, deked the left.
Murdy went left with the deke, and he skated to the right-hand side and just popped it in the back of the empty net. And now, Sheffield, penalty shot goal at 23 minutes and 1 second. Passes up ice. Zajac intercepts. Lissette forward. Charnock. I thought he was trying to give it back to him, but he passed it to the Telford player in the end.
It was robbed and neutralised there.
It was Lissette that did the work there to get the turnover for the Steeldogs. White forward now. Novak.
What a beautiful goal!
He gets
what a beautiful shot!
He gets the pass on the blue line, skates in hard for the middle, deeks his right shoulder and puts the puck over Sedler's top left-hand corner as we look at it, over Sedler's right shoulder for goal number 5 for the Telford Tigers from Novak.
Well, that's two beauties we've seen. Well, they're all good goals, but two absolutely classic shots.
Yeah.
Novak there, top corner, absolutely A1 against the run of play, I've got to say.
Yeah. Miller backhands off the board. Zarbo picks it up, skates in, puts it across to Miller, and back to Zarbo! He's got the empty net, and Sedler bangs his stick on the ice. A brilliant piece of play. Miller takes it down, curls over to the left-hand side. The netminder goes with him, dinks it across to Peter Zarbo, who just taps it into the empty net, and Sedler bangs his stick on the ice in frustration of the fact that the Telford Tigers pick up a short-handed goal.
Yep.
On 35 minutes and 3 seconds.
He skates over across into the middle of the ice, gives it to Zarbo, who skated around, takes the shot. It's saved.
And the deflection goes into the corner. Silverthorne picks it up to Zarbo, across to Mabrea. He puts it to Silverthorne. Yeah, what he did, instead of shooting it, he put it to Silverthorne into the corner.
Give him a shot.
And he shoots from the corner. It catches Sedler's pad and ends up in the back of the net. Telford on a 5-on-3, and I think Silverthorne just put it across the front of Sedler, deflected from his own equipment into the back of the net for what? Goal number 7?
It is goal number 7.
And at the end of the second period, it's the Telford Tigers 7, Sheffield Steeldogs 2. So a great second period there for the Telford Tigers, and the work rate was awesome. I mean, they picked up a couple of power play goals, but also that short-handed one as well.
Well, you know, we mentioned early on they came out a bit on the back foot, and allowed Sheffield to get a couple of goals. And as we mentioned earlier, that was always the danger when you go in with a 4-goal lead. You're going to sit back and think, yeah, we've got this. It's always dangerous.
One of the things that's making a difference for me as well, when you look at the hockey that's played tonight, and it's started to unfold over the last couple of weeks, is the finishing. We've had some beautiful top shelf goals. We've had Novak, we've had Hill, a great passing between Zarbo and Miller, Silverthorne. They're finishing, and that's the difference.
That's right. And not only are we seeing the goals, we're seeing class goals as well. So like you say, they're not all scrambled in as we have been seeing in the past. Top shelf goals always thrilling for the crowd.
So that period ended 3-2. So the score at the moment is 7-2 as we take a look at the third period action. So here we go, third period, Rinkside with red hockey, Telford Tigers versus the Steeldogs. The puck drops on the third period. The Telford Tigers still 5-on-4. They've got a power play. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back to the Telford Tigers. This is Rinkside with red hockey. Sheffield pick it up and carry it out.
The Tigers have probably got the confidence to play an attacking short-handed shift.
They've already picked up a short-handed goal, and they have the physically fit players that can get from one into the other and get back if they need to. Squires.
And we saw them last week getting the short-handed.
Dumps it around the boards. The referee jumps out of the way. Bossas dumps the puck down low onto the back post, and a great finish from Squires. The puck was passed across, and Squires was waiting on the back post and popped it in the back of the net, which was very similar to the goal that we saw earlier on between Zarbo and Miller. Very similar power play goal.
It was another classy finish. It was
Squires at Cahorn it was that made the pass across. Squires on the back post, puts it into the back of the net. They did that on 33 seconds into the power play.
And I'd also say it's one of those games where the bounce isn't going in the favour of Sheffield neither. You know,
we said time and time again when the bounce was going against Telford, it really affected the outcome of the games.
It's a mythical bounce where it goes in your favour, it doesn't. It's just not happening for Sheffield this season.
Sec tups it over the top. Maynard skates down. Two Sheffield players. Charnock's one of them, putting me under pressure. Zajac tries to clear it out, takes a deflection, picked up by Silverthorne, skates up centre ice, puts it on the backhand to Rick Plant, ahead of Rick, so he'll go and pick it up in the corner, and he's holding that body position. Smith tries to push him off his feet, and you ain't going to achieve that, I wouldn't have thought. Puck's in the corner now, dumped down the ice. Martin Andre skates back, looks across at his bench. Line change is coming in. Murdy stops the puck. And Martin Andre sets up the play now as the Telford Tigers complete the line change and will start the breakout as Martin Andre carries the puck forward, passes it on to Hill. Hill carries it over, delays, tries to find Novak. The puck bounces off the boards. Sheffield pick up the rebound from the barrier. Zarbo behind the back of the net, and it goes through to Hill, who fires it into the right-hand side, beating Sedler. The pass came from the back of the net from Peter Zarbo. It up to Hill between the hash marks in the high slot, and he beats Sedler on the right-hand side, pretty much 2 or 3 inches off the ice. 5 goals is a long way to go with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left to play.
As Nathan Salem's out looking hungry, can he get the target tonight?
Don't say that, his mum will be baking and sending food. Although that's not a bad idea, huh? Rose, shot, goes wide to the left with the rebound, bounces in front, and Salem picks it up and ticks it in the back of the net. And you said he was looking hungry. Danny Rose lined up the shot, shot it in, it bounced off the barrier at the back, and Nathan Salem picks up the puck and pops it underneath Sedler at 49 minutes and 35 seconds to make it 9-3 for the Telford Tigers.
That's a dejected looking Steeldogs lineup now.
Absolutely.
It's not good to see, you know. It's got to knock the spirit and the stuffing out of him. That's clearly done that, and they're a fighting spirit.
And you see, interestingly, we were saying at the start of the game, because we haven't got the NIHL guys on the boards, Tom can't even dilute his lines because this is the 3 lines. Miller. Up to George.
As the crowd are shouting, we want 10, Danny Rose on the point.
Shoots and scores! And there it is. And that was unfortunate for Sedler, because as he shot it, it bounced twice on the ice as it went through. Sedler's pulled himself. He's like, that's it, enough. 10 is enough. Danny Rose, the crowd were chanting, we want 10. He gets the puck on the blue line and he shoots it. And as I say, it wasn't a clean shot. It bounced twice on the ice and just bobbled over Sedler's stick and tucked itself inside the left-hand post as we look at it. Andre White.
Ooh, and that was lined up for a big hit from Bell.
Bell lined him up, but White backed off from it, so Bell just nudged himself, and the puck comes in front. The backhanded shot goes across to Salem. He puts it across and takes a deflection from the netminder. White comes in, fires it from the slot, and beats the netminder on the right-hand side. That was a surefire thing that was coming eventually, passing the puck around. Dale White gets the puck between the hash marks and fires it into the right-hand side, making it 11-3. And now carried out by Cahorn down the right side. Leans in on his backhand, puts it round the back of the net, off the boards. Dale White delays the play, passes forward to Joe Graham. He's the head man on the backhand, dumps it into the end zone once he's past the halfway line and heads off for a line change.
Sensible play by Joe Graham there. It's unusual to see him being the head man there, but I guess everyone else was going off for a rest.
Yeah.
Zarbo's battling in the corner, the puck's behind the Sheffield net.
Squires just at the back of the net, backhands it forward to Duncombe. He's just hanging on to it. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left of this game, and it's been a long 10 minutes for Sheffield, this last 10 minutes of the game.
Well, if I had to pick someone out tonight, Paul, I think Peter Zarbo's worked well all night.
What if you're picking someone for Sheffield? Who are you going with?
Who would I go with? I don't know. Bosas has been good. I think one of the imports. Ashley Calvert's out there now. He's skated all night.
Charnock's played pretty well for me as well.
Yeah, I'd go Charnock.
Forward to Zarbo. Zarbo drives the right wing. Cuts, delays, stops.
Oh, beautiful.
Feeds it forward to Scott on the point. Shot! And off the post and in.
What a cracker!
Dan Scott from the point takes a wrist shot. It hit the post on the inside and then went from the inside of the left post, as we look at it, straight across into the net on the right side. So Dan Scott also added to the score sheet, giving the Tigers fans the 12 goals they were chanting for.
They're setting up. Behind the Telford net, there's no one there to pick it up though.
Goes round into the corner. The puck's held up there. Less than 2 minutes in the game now. Out to Novak. Forward to Plant. Curls on the right side. Heads over the blue line. Goes into the corner. Delays. Backhanded into the slot. Bell picks it up from there.
He still does a marvellous job.
The puck ended up in the crease.
Yeah.
You can't fault him for that from the right wing. Puck goes up, goes through every player on the ice, more or less. Sam Zajac will be the player that gets back and collects it first. Miller skates across us. Miller's had a good game tonight. Goes across, Joe Miller.
Here's Miller
picks
again.
up the puck. Backhands onto the post, and there, skating in, is Dale White, straight onto the back post. Miller did all the work, backhanded it across. White came steaming into the back post and literally puts it in the empty net as Miller backhands it across. I think this will answer a lot of questions tonight.
There's a minute and 2 seconds, last minute of the game.
Patterson's dropping his gloves and Graham's decided.
Patterson and Graham, here we go.
He's even put his little headband up. So this will be for the benefit of the crowd. I'm not quite sure what's to be gained from it, but
Patterson's a fighter though.
Yeah.
And Joe Graham can push them when he needs to. They've gone before.
Graham's clutching at him. Patterson's throwing the rights in. Graham's clinching up. Patterson's going in. Graham's getting in close and now going over the top. And he's throwing some good hard ones there, Joe Graham. He's trying to hold him off. Patterson's clutching back, going over with the right side. Graham's clutching and shoving. Patterson's trying to come in with the right hook.
Oh, what a big uppercut from Joe Graham.
And they drops down. And they tie out. Patterson claims that one. Oh, now, interestingly, I just heard there was a video of the fight here, and his ankle went as he went down, and they're saying it went, in the region of quite an extreme, so it looks like it's an ankle injury from Joe Graham from the point that he fell. Oh, it's his knee.
It's twisted round from his knee, so he's scared to stay still and his body's rotated round his knee, which is a common thing.
Andre puts the puck down. Sheffield drive into the end zone.
But that was nothing as a direct result.
Salem on the break. Miller goes with him. Salem walks it in and quite frankly should have shot it. Puts it to Miller. There's a bit of a scrap around. Dan Scott catches the puck.
Last few seconds. And
comes out to neutralise. And at the end of the game, it finishes with the Telford Tigers 13 and the Sheffield Steeldogs on 3 at the end of the game.
Well, it's a good show from the Telford Tigers tonight, marred only by this injury that we've seen to
such
Joe
a shame for Joe Graham. Twisted his knee as he fell after the fight ended, which was, as I say, put on for entertainment value.
So a great team performance today and a good spread on the team sheet as far as the goals were concerned.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we could see Blaho get on the board, Dale, Nathan, chip in with a few more and spread that through the team. Our power play could be a little bit better. I don't think we shot enough pucks. Sounds silly, but I don't think we shot enough pucks on the power play today.
And overall, the performance was fantastic, and you've finally got a number of goals on the sheet by the end of the game.
I thought our first period, we played really well. I think after that, our second period, I was disappointed in the way we started. We made some silly errors and kind of continued a little bit through that period. We were coming, they were coming, and I thought we were a little bit open. Our D was struggling with one-on-ones, but it's an opportunist bunch of forwards. Their imports do their damage, and they want to score. So I was a little bit happy with the way we played the third period, in the fact that we didn't give away much. I'm not interested at that point in where the goals and the offense is coming from. It's about trying to do the little things a little bit better, shutting teams down, not giving up one-on-ones, not giving up two-on-ones, and hopefully I think we did that a little bit in the third.
And good for confidence in the dressing room as well.
I think it's important, and nobody wants to run up a score, but we've put ourselves in a position where we need to improve our goal difference. We still want to challenge or try and make that Final Four in the semi-final for the Cup. So, we need to make sure that we do things right for ourselves and, put our foot in the door for that.
Fantastic result for the Telford Tigers, winning by a clear 10 goals. 13-3 was the final score against the Sheffield Steeldogs. The next home game is here at the Telford Ice Rink next Saturday, the 7th of November, against the Peterborough Phantom. It'll be a 6 o'clock face-off, and tickets will be available online from tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.